Hi. Welcome back to my channel. We're continuing our series on building 3D digital twins in the FlowFuse Node-RED Dashboard using Three.js. In this video, I'll show you how to create a 3D warehouse rack visualization. This dashboard provides a real-time view of pallet locations throughout the warehouse. Each material is displayed with a different color, while empty storage locations remain blank. By simply clicking on a pallet, a pop-up window appears showing detailed information such as the storage address, material ID, material name, supplier, and other related information, making it much easier to monitor warehouse inventory visually and interactively. First, I created the warehouse model in SketchUp. This is the warehouse model that I'll be using throughout this tutorial. It consists of multiple rack rows, such as A, B, C, D, and so on. Each rack has 3 storage levels and multiple storage bays, which together define the storage address of every pallet location inside the warehouse. The layout is designed to resemble a real warehouse, where every pallet has its own unique storage location. This makes it much easier to visualize inventory positions and monitor material movement in a more intuitive way. Each pallet is assigned an instance name that matches its storage address. Later in Three.js, we'll use these instance names to identify each pallet individually. This allows us to change its color, show or hide it, and update its appearance automatically based on the warehouse layout data received from Node-RED. We can also attach additional information to each pallet, such as the material ID, material description, supplier, quantity, or any other data we want to display when the pallet is selected. One important thing to remember when creating a warehouse model is to keep the geometry as simple as possible. Avoid unnecessary vertices, complex curves, or highly detailed objects that are not needed for visualization. A lightweight model will load much faster in the browser and provide much better rendering performance, especially when displaying hundreds of pallets simultaneously in a real-time digital twin dashboard. Once the warehouse model is complete, the next step is to export it as an FBX file, which we'll later import into Blender for further preparation. In SketchUp, go to File, select Export, then choose 3D Model, and set the file format to FBX. Click Export and wait for the process to finish. The exported FBX file contains the warehouse geometry along with the material references, making it much easier to continue the workflow in Blender before exporting the final model as a GLB file for use in the FlowFuse Node-RED Dashboard. Next, open Blender and import the FBX file that we exported from SketchUp. Go to File, select Import, and choose FBX. In the import settings, change material name to reference existing. This allows Blender to reuse the imported materials instead of creating duplicate material names. Once everything is configured, click Import FBX to load the warehouse model into Blender. After importing the model, the materials may not be linked automatically. If that happens, go to File External Data, find Missing Files. Then, browse to the folder that contains the material and texture files generated when you exported the model from SketchUp. Select that folder and click Find Missing Files. Next, check the scene collection to make sure all the pallet objects are listed according to the rack addresses we created in SketchUp. You may notice that the names look slightly different. That's because Blender automatically replaces spaces and some special characters with underscores to create valid object names. At this stage, it's important to verify that every pallet address is correct and matches its physical location in the warehouse, since these object names will later be used by Three.js to identify and update each pallet individually. Once everything is ready, export the model as a GLB file and save it in a folder that can be accessed by your Node-RED project. Before exporting, make sure to enable compression. This helps reduce the file size significantly while maintaining good visual quality, resulting in faster loading times and better performance when the model is displayed in the FlowFuse Node-RED Dashboard. This is the Node-RED flow used in this project. During initialization, I create a flow variable that stores the master material data. In this example, the data is generated as dummy data, but in a real application, it would typically be stored in a database for easier management. I also generate random warehouse layout data that determines the pallet positions for each rack. A button is provided to generate a new random layout, although in practice this data would also come directly from a database. Finally, I created a simple form to update or clear a pallet at a specific storage address. This simulates updating the warehouse layout in the database. Whenever the layout changes, the updated data is sent to the Three.js template node, allowing the 3D warehouse visualization to refresh automatically and reflect the latest pallet positions in real time. Now let's take a look at the Three.js template node. The code starts by creating the basic Three.js components, including the scene, camera, renderer, lighting, and orbit controls. Next, the compressed GLB warehouse model is loaded into the dashboard. During the loading process, the code automatically finds every pallet object based on its storage address and stores a reference to it. Initially, all pallets are hidden because the warehouse layout will be controlled entirely by data received from Node-RED. Whenever new layout data arrives, the template node searches for each pallet by its storage address. If a storage location is empty, the pallet is hidden. Otherwise, the pallet becomes visible, its color is updated according to the material type, and the pallet information is stored for later use. Finally, when a user clicks on a pallet, the code identifies the selected object, displays a pop-up containing the pallet information, and sends the same data back to Node-RED. This makes it easy to integrate the 3D warehouse visualization with other dashboard components, such as tables, charts, or detailed inventory information. If you'd like to get all the files used in this tutorial, including the SketchUp model, GLB file, Node-RED flows, and source code, you can download them from my Gumroad page. The link is available in the video description below. The Gumroad package includes everything from part 1 of this Three.js tutorial series all the way up to this part, with all the example projects organized so you can follow along and build them on your own. I'll continue adding new tutorials, source code, and 3D models as the series grows. The price may increase as more content is added, but if you purchase it now, you'll receive all future updates at no additional cost. And here is the completed 3D warehouse digital twin visualization running in the FlowFuse Node-RED Dashboard. In this example, the dashboard displays the warehouse layout in a fully interactive 3D view. For demonstration purposes, I'm using randomly generated layout data. Whenever a new layout is generated, the 3D visualization is automatically updated to reflect the latest pallet locations. The current warehouse data is also displayed in the table below the 3D view. We can easily verify that the visualization matches the data by comparing the table with the actual pallet positions in the warehouse model. We can also click on any pallet to display detailed information, including its storage address, material ID, material name, and supplier. As you can see, the information shown in the pop-up matches the corresponding record in the table, making it easy to validate the warehouse layout while providing a much more intuitive way to monitor inventory locations. You can also edit the warehouse data directly from the table. For example, you can assign a different material to a specific storage address or simply clear the address to make it empty. Once the data is updated, the changes are immediately sent to the Three.js dashboard, and the 3D warehouse visualization is refreshed automatically. This allows the 3D view to stay synchronized with the latest warehouse layout, providing an intuitive and real-time representation of your inventory. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of how to build a 3D warehouse digital twin using Three.js and the FlowFuse Node-RED Dashboard. As you've seen, we can visualize the entire warehouse in a 3D environment, making it much easier to identify pallet locations at a glance. Each material is displayed with a different color, allowing operators to quickly distinguish between material types, while empty storage locations remain hidden to clearly show available space in the warehouse. By simply clicking on a pallet, we can instantly view detailed information such as the storage address, material ID, material name, and supplier. At the same time, the information can be synchronized with a 2D table or other dashboard components, giving us both an intuitive visual overview and detailed inventory information on the same page. Although this example uses randomly generated data, the same concept can easily be connected to a warehouse management system, WMS, ERP, database, PLC, or MQTT broker to create a real-time warehouse visualization that always reflects the latest inventory conditions. If you'd like to build this project yourself, the complete SketchUp model, GLB file, Node-RED flows, and Three.js source code are available on my Gumroad page. The link is in the video description, and you'll also get access to all previous tutorial parts along with future updates. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support encourages me to continue creating more tutorials about Three.js, Node-RED, digital twins, and industrial automation. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.